You walk into a conversation trying to be honest, seeking to be clear, finally saying the thing that actually matters, and somehow within minutes the whole thing slides sideways, right? They get tense, they start to defend, they interrupt you, or maybe they go quiet, and you just get that sense that they've already left the conversation, but even though they're still standing there. And so now, instead of talking about the actual issue, you're now managing the reaction. And that's the part that folks usually don't talk about. That most communication problems are not actually communication problems. They're problems of your state of being. Hi, I'm Leezá Steindorf. I'm an international leadership coach and facilitator. And for more than 20 years, I've worked with professionals, teams, and organizations around communication, conflict, leadership, and what actually happens to human beings under pressure. They actually collapse because the emotional state changed underneath the conversation, like what was carrying it. And that's the real shift. The second that someone feels criticized, or that they're cornered, or they've been misunderstood or judged, or they are going to feel emotionally unsafe in some way. And then their nervous system changes. Yeah, their state of being. And once that happens, they're not hearing you anymore. They are tracking threat. Something tightens, the energy changes, their pacing changes, the tone, just something's different. Changes everything. Because once protection enters the situation, clarity goes right out the window. And here's where people get confused because they think, well, I'm right. Okay, maybe you are. But being right and being receivable are not the same skill. Okay? It's a hard realization, especially for people that are really intelligent. Because you can be completely accurate and on point and still communicate in a way that the other person just cannot take it in. And it's not because they're weak, and it's not because you're bad, but because the state always affects how we receive things. What state I'm in impacts how I receive things, and what state the other person is in absolutely affects how they're going to receive from you. So, one of the most useful questions that you can ask yourself right in the middle of the conversation is, what actually happened? And what meaning am I adding to it? And that changes everything.